TIFU by opening my front door and letting my neighbor's kid in. Let's start off with some context. I am 15 meters, their kid is 18F. I'm sharing this story cause I don't know what to do. I'm also pretty sure she has a mental disability of some kind. Not a bad thing of course, but please read to understand. It was still summer and I was in my room relaxing playing guitar when my doorbell rang. I went to answer it and this girl appeared at my door. She was really short. I'm 5 feet 6.5. And I had to physically look down to see her. I had never met this girl before in my life. I didn't know her name or age or anything. She asked if she could stay at my place from the time she arrived, 5-6-ish p.m. until 9:10 p.m. cause her mom and brother weren't home. I was iffy about that, so I never gave a straight answer. I just agreed to hang out with her for some time. I let her in, which was my first mistake. She wouldn't stop touching my face and hugging me to where it crossed the line of innocent. It was like every second she had to have a hand on me in some way. She even tried to pull my shirt up. She was saying stuff like she'd date me and kept trying to get me to go to her house. Her. Want a popsicle? Me. No, not right now, but if you want one I have some in the freezer if you want one. Her. No, the popsicles at my house. Me. No. Thank you. It came to the point I was so uncomfortable I lied and said it was my brother's birthday and that we had plans to get her to go home, and when I told her that, she said stuff like, "Can I come?" Quote, "I can fit in the trunk, I'm really small." Quote, "Please?" Eventually I convinced her to go home and I walked her home. Since then she has not left me alone. The day after she just wouldn't stop calling me. She gave up calling and just started coming to my door instead. It's been over a month since and she hasn't stopped. What do I do? Edit. I forgot to mention she found where my brother works and got a job in the same place. Edit 2. I appreciate all the helpful feedback. I'm gonna try to get in contact with her parents. I'm just not sure how, cause no matter how I approach conversation with the girl, she's gonna take it as an invitation and is just gonna be up my ass more. I'll keep you guys updated. TLDR. My neighbor's kid came to my door one day and hasn't stopped since, even though we asked her to. OMG no. This is in no way okay on her part. Tell your legal guardian or hers and stay away from her. Possibly ask her to stop contacting you? I just want to say good on you for recognizing something is not right and for not taking advantage of the situation. You're a good kid. I'm sorry that she's put you in such an uncomfortable position. I think having your guardian chat with her parents might be the best thing to do. Definitely don't let her inside again. Talk to the parents about it. Be careful being alone with her. I fit in the trunk? What? I'm concerned about her home situation. I don't know how effective going to the girl's parents would be. What age level would you say her comprehension is at? Bruh. You need to be extremely careful here. If she corners you and assaults you again, potentially taking it all the way, you could end up a father before you're even an adult. Or if you reject her, she could lie and say that you assaulted her. I know you said you didn't want to get police involved, but you need to protect yourself. That wasn't innocent. Think about if the sexes were reversed. If a 18 years male came into a 15 years girl's house and started grabbing at her breast without her consent, would you consider it innocent? Tell your brother and grandma. They need to talk to her parents and put a stop to this. If that doesn't work, get a restraining order. Her being a female or possibly mentally ill does not diminish the danger she poses. If she's 18, she's an adult. Given you're 15, you have a lot of legal leverage in getting an order of protection. Even her attempting to put hands on you in uncomfortable ways is enough to get some legal attention. Definitely give it up to the adults to handle and do not get caught alone with her. Crazy women can sometimes come up with crazy lies that could get you in a lot of trouble. Also, never let a stranger in the house. Not even another kid. Just so you're aware, in addition to mental health issues, there are some genetic conditions that can cause this and they really can't control themselves. Best of luck. https kids.frontearson.org/articles/10.3389/frime.2020.617303. You could go to the police station and talk to an officer there and ask them what you should do. Or you could call the police when she comes over and say you are concerned for the welfare of someone with a disability. Tell your guardians. Make sure someone tells her not to come around anymore and make sure her parents know what's going on. You are a minor being pursued by an 18-year-old. If she has a disability that limits her ability to understand what she's doing wrong, then her family needs to know so they can stop her. If she doesn't stop, let the police know. She has already touched you repeatedly against your wishes, and you had to actively tell her repeatedly to stop and she ignored you. Someone needs to make sure she understands to stay away. It's crossing in 6-0 stalking territory now with the constant attempts at contact and applying at your brother's job. You don't know what she's capable of and no one wants you to get hurt. She's not a kid. Don't let her anywhere near you anymore. I'd argue against taking legal action, as it's such a delicate situation, with her most likely having some sort of developmental disorder. Honestly, the first thing I would do is have a chat with her family to gauge how her family's situation is, neglecting her, etc., and try to get them to reel in her behavior. The best way to do this is to text the girl for her mom's phone number saying you need it in case of an emergency. If that doesn't work, you could also try just knocking on her door and hope that her parents aren't working. However, be careful not to go in that house unsupervised, as you could get in big trouble potentially. But before you do any of this, it would probably be wise to verbally tell her something along the lines as, "I don't mind being your friend, but I am uncomfortable when you touch me, can you please stop," because she might not even realize that you are bothered by her behavior. Best of luck, bro. Hopefully this just ends up being a funny story you can share over some beers in a few years. Okay, if I have the ages correct, she is a legal adult stalking a minor? Dear, get the police involved. She may have a mental disorder, but that gives her no rights to stalk and harass you. Stay away from her home and her family, and when she shows up on your property again uninvited, call the police and tell them an adult is stalking you who is a minor. They may not take you serious because of your genders sadly, but it is worth it to keep on this. She has already sexually assaulted you by attempting to remove your clothing without your consent. You are a minor and she is a legal adult. Inform your grandmother and brother and make sure they are up to date on what craziness she is doing and what your plan is. Do not wait for her to lose interest. Contact the authorities the next time you see her on your property uninvited. Keep pictures and possibly videos of her harassing you over call and in person. If she is as unstable as she sounds from this glimpse, then she may do or say worse in the future. Protect yourself first and foremost and do not let her get near you again. If you have told her to leave you alone and she won't, the first step will be to tell your parents and the neighbor's parents so that everyone is on the same page. I would straight out tell her that she's making you uncomfortable as well. Whatever you do, do not let her in your house or be alone with her. Ever. Not even for a moment. Honey, she sexually assaulted you and now she's stalking you. You're a minor and she's 18. Call the cops. Call them today. If she's 18 plus, then she's being a pedophile by sexually harassing you up. You need to tell someone. This is some strange street. I feel for you. Little bro. Keep your distance. Watch your back and mention her to your parents. Call the police, get a restraining order.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.